Hey guys, it's Brent with Diamond Detail AZ. Today we're going to be doing a light polish ceramic coating on this beautiful Dodge Durango. It's only a couple months old, so we don't need to do a full paint correction on it. There really isn't any swirls at all. So really all I want to do is just kind of go over it lightly, get that done. That way the surface is prepped as much as possible before we do that coating. Alright, before we go ahead and get started, I wanted to show you guys what equipment I'm going to be using. I'm using a Wax Shine 5-inch dual assisted polisher. I'm going to be using a 5-inch Lake Country medium cut pad, and then I'm also going to be using 3D1. This is an all-in-one hybrid compound polish. And then when I start out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 4 dots on my pad. Alright, since I got this side done, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole car, and then I'll come back and we'll meet up there. Okay, now we're ready to start ceramic coating. You want to make sure you've got plenty of towels. You want to make sure you got your microfiber applicator pad. We've got our coating. Let's go ahead and get to work. Okay, so we're gonna prime the pad first. We're gonna be pretty generous at first, so go ahead and get your whole pad. Go ahead and rub it in. And then we're gonna go ahead and work it in our crosshatch pattern. You want to go ahead and you want to make sure you're working in small sections. I've been doing this a while, so I'm gonna do it a little bit more. I'm gonna do this whole panel. But like I said, you want to make sure you're doing it in a crosshatch pattern. That way you want to make sure you don't forget any sections. Okay, it's been about a minute now. I don't want to wait too long. This is the first panel, so I don't know how long to wait on my first section. I'd rather be too quick than wait too long, because then it gets really hard to buff off. So we'll go ahead and buff it off, and then if it's too easy, if maybe it's just not good enough, we can always go ahead and do this panel again. But I think we'll be fine. It's been a minute. You'll notice when it's ready to come off, you'll start to see a haze on it. It'll start rainbowing. You'll get a little bit of a rainbow effect, and that's when you know you're ready to go ahead and buff it off. See, that was pretty easy. I think we're good though. You want to be very, very careful not to leave any high spots. You really, really want to make sure you're looking at every angle. Because you have to remember, if you leave any high spots, I mean, it's pretty much, it's permanent. You're going to have to buff it off at that point. And you want to save yourself some work. You don't want to have to buff anything off. You don't want to. So we'll go ahead and look every angle, make sure we don't miss anything. From experience, I always seem to miss body lines. Your body lines always seem to be where you're gonna most likely not get it buffed off correctly. Okay, now that I got that, we'll go ahead and we'll wait a minute. All right, I waited probably about a minute and a half this time. I think 1.5 minutes is probably going to be about our perfect zone here. I think I wanted to wait a little bit longer this time because the first panel kind of came off super easy. It is super smooth right now, so I think we're good. But the longer you wait, the better off you are. So if I can wait longer, I definitely am. But like I said before, you definitely want to make sure you're hitting these body lines because these are always going to be where you're going to forget. If I miss something, that's almost always where it is. So really want to make sure you're hitting these body lines. Alright, like I said, check every angle. Alright, so far I think we're good. Sometimes you can't even tell until we get it in the sun, so just do your best, and then when we're all done, we'll get it in the sun. And if we miss something, you know, we'll get out the polisher and polish out a spot and go ahead and reapply, but we'll wait to the end and find out. Alrighty, last thing I'm going to do before I bring it out and show you guys how it turned out. I got my UV curing lamp on here. You can kind of see there. I'm going to go ahead and cure this up. I'm going to do probably about 10-15 minutes per panel. That's just going to ensure that once customer takes delivery of the car that it's completely cured, so that way I don't have to worry about water or anything damaging the paint. So once I get done with that, I'll get it pulled out and we'll take a look. Alright, we'll see you then. Okay guys, this is our final product. I think it turned out awesome. And it is super slick. And it is shiny, as you can see. And I've already kind of double checked it, and I'm not finding any high spots. So I think we're good there. It turned out awesome. I am super happy with it. So if you're looking for a coating, SB3 is definitely the way to go. Alrighty. Thanks guys. Make sure you like and follow.